always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. On the visitor sideline, Giants head coach Brian Dable. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can reach a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air goes Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson. They'll start with a run by Tracy.
Now his third team in the last 3 years. You remember Denver, Pittsburgh, and now here in New York. He showed flashes of a vintage rush throughout the year in 2024 with the Steelers. And now he's looking to sustain those flashes for his new team in the Big Apple.
Right back to Tracy. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. First down, Giants.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And the Giants first down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. He'll be hit down at the 43, 5 yards on the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Commanders' 30.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now it's Tracy. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was taken
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger from 6 yards away. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. His way forward. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defense.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw is Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it?
Dexter Lawrence over bust free and get to the quarterback. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Tracy trying the right side. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and to the football.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, New York.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Now an option play on second down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Wilson. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down, New York.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
But here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on Giants touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
9-yard gain on the play. And the Commanders first down. First and 10.
Robinson up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Daniels. To the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action. Daniels. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 45 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I should just say it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet and make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Daniels looking to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Washington. 1st down.
Now Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels from 17 yards out. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer. The debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. And hey, we're about 10 miles away from Hollywood, so cue this guy, Hollywood Brown. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He's been getting after it early, one of his 3 first-half touchdown passes. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is Rachaad White. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. This one's gone to half. They're all square at 17 apiece. And here's the scoreboard in the early window of the last week of the regular season. What I wouldn't give for an Octobox right now. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Gay now set to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll go again with Tracy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here is 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Gano's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Washington.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12.
Here's Tracy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
At the 44-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
On the run is Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A gain of 5. First down, New York.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Wilson. Got his man to the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd in the yard. Wilson on the keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Giants.
Up the middle they go. Tracy. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now it's Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were up there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. New York set to take the field. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. He's got Bellinger. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Another pass complete to Bellinger. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. To the air goes Daniels. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down in the yard. Throwing now is Daniels. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And a Washington first.
Here's Daniels. And he's got it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
To throw is Wilson. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. Down to the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson, 69 yards. And the Giants use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you ever seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side. Right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, good move. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They begin the drive with Robinson. And we'll get this to the 32. Will come up 2nd and 7.
32-yard line. Brings up second down.
To throw is Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders are once again back in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Out comes Wan'Dale Robinson with his New York offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
As over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First down, Giants.
Play action. Now Wilson. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could turn your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
9 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for New York. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
No gain on the play.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. We get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Washington, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.